I'm a volunteer at the Chamber of Commerce and chairman of one of the committees for the First Town Downtown, and I'm thrilled to be here this evening.
Hi, I'm Jeff Lorendo. I'm the site leader for Amazon right here in Windsor, and we're glad to be a part of the community and really looking forward to getting involved here.
I'm Mary Beth Welsh. I am on the board of the Chamber and I work at Century 21, all points in town.
My name is Paul Pagnini. I'm a former past president of the Chamber of Commerce, and I'm the owner of No Junk Mail, which is our printing and mailing service based in Windsor.
I just wanted to thank the Chamber for electing us the Business of the Year Award on behalf of the doctors and the entire staff from Dayco Dental. Thank you so much. I'm Sadie, and I'm receiving Student Entrepreneur of the Year. I was nominated by Mr. Flo, and I'm very excited to be here.
Honorees this evening, so let's get the program started. In order to do that, I'd like to ask Paul and Maureen Vagnini to join me. They will be leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance, and then Maureen will sing the national anthem.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And please join me in singing the national anthem. No, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, nor the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rigged with the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that the flag was still there. No, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave, nor the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Paul and Maureen. That was beautiful. At this time, I'd like to ask Mayor Trinks to join me up here to do the invocation.
Good evening. Could all bow your heads, please? Let us pray silently together, each one of us according to our individual beliefs. Let us offer thanks for our food, blessings, and for one another. Let us be a source of hope for those in need and contentment for those who are lonely. Let us give gratitude for our opportunity to serve our beloved First Town. Let the feelings of love, kindness, and a well-directed yet gentle spirit always be reflected in our actions. And lastly, please keep in your minds and your hearts all of our thousands of soldiers in various places across the world and various peacekeeping missions. Amen.
Thank you, Don. I'd just like to thank everybody for coming. We're going to have dinner now, so enjoy your meal, and we'll have a great program for you after dinner.
All right. Good evening. Would our newly elected members of the board and officers come forth as I read your name to take the oath? Would existing members of the board also come forward to reaffirm your oath? Starting with the officers, President Michael Deneen, O'Malley, Deneen, Marion, Messina, and Oswicki. Michael? No. Vice President Marshall Fox, Kanaka Minolta. 0 for 2. Secretary Paula Pierce, hosting Connecticut LLC. Treasurer Mary Lynn Kinney, Windsor Federal Savings. And our new directors this year, terms to expire in 2019, Jeff Lorando, Amazon. Aaron Simmons, 360 Federal Credit Union. Mary Beth Welsh, Century 21, All Points Citizen. Terms to expire in 2018. Dan Gasparino, Metacomic CrossFit and Yoga. Sarah Gilligan, Celebration. Me? Terms to expire in 2017. Bertrand Mayo, Boya. Donald Trinks, Parks Beanery. And Richard Esposito, Loomis Chaffee School. Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize, I missed Dennis Quay, Windsor Lodge, Rotary, Vice President. Sorry, Dennis. Okay. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. I, Eric Cyrus, do solemnly pledge to uphold the responsibility to which I have been elected. To uphold the responsibility to which I have been elected. By the membership of the Windsor Chamber of Commerce, so help me. By the membership of the Windsor Chamber of Commerce, so help me. You passed the test. Welcome to the board.
He does.
Yours back home.
Congratulations to our new officers and directors. Another round of applause for everybody. And thank you, Rick. Before we move on, I'd like to take a moment and recognize our outgoing president, Frank Carmen. Being president of the organization, these two organizations, takes a lot of dedication and commitment of both time and resources, and Frank has been generous with both during his time as president and his many years on the board, and he's done all of this while he has a very demanding job and a young daughter at home. So thank you to Frank for all of his time and dedication.
Thank you very much. It's been a fun 2 years. Lots happened. 2 years ago, my wife came to the chamber dinner and was 6 months pregnant. And Jane said, geez, I didn't know your wife was pregnant. I said, don't feel bad, you just told my mother. So, you know, I had my daughter, and my father passed away right before I became president as well. So, and joined the board of Windsor Federal. So, a lot of changes in the last 2 years, but it's been a great time, and I think we've done a lot of great things for the town and for the business community. So, thank you very much. I've enjoyed it.
And now I'd like to ask our Executive Director, Jane Garibay, to join me, where she'll be giving several honors.
Thank you all for coming to celebrate so many wonderful people and a great year this past year. I'd first like to recognize 3 volunteers that with whom, if we didn't have their help, we would not be able to run and do the things that we do. And so would the 3 of you please come up. Lisa Baccia, Carol Engelman, and Sharon Seelig Bennett. Seriously, all those mailings you get every month, all the stuffing, contact with businesses, our programs, these 3. Raise your hand if you know what the Where's Bob contest is. Good. The Chamber, in partnership with the Windsor Historical Society and First Town Downtown, developed a program called tourwindsorct.com. And that means with your telephone, you can go in and go up to the QR code, and it brings up that site on your phone. So we ran a contest to bring awareness to it called Where's Bob? So if you go on every day for 2 months, Bob is somewhere in the center of town, and it goes out through Facebook and Twitter, etc. And we've just been looking at the stats, and it has brought a lot of people to it. And 2 people worked tremendously on that program, and I'm sure both Ashley and Christine will agree. John Wavers and Paula Pierce. Would you come forward, please? And they do so much behind the scenes that no one ever sees, but without them, we couldn't have the program. So you get a break. Hug your hippie. Oh, I should have Also want to take this opportunity to thank Phyllis Stargarter, Ashley Williams Dufresne, and Betty Bowman for all the care that they give to their jobs and our members. And I would like to call Ashley to the podium at this time. I am sad to say that Ashley's last day with us will be June 30th. She has been the Main Street coordinator for 11 years, and she is the one that brought on the farmers market and lots of other different programs. She's doing it so that she can dedicate more time to her 3 beautiful children, and she will be sorely missed, and we thank you, Ashley. A big thank you to Windsor Federal Savings and Conica Minolta Business Solutions for their continued support throughout the whole year. And I just have to put in our president and vice president aren't here because of a death in the family and another thing, so it's for serious reasons that they were not able to be here with us this evening. Big thank you to Win TV, the Windsor Journal, John Karras, for all that they do for the chamber and the community. Yeah, I'd also like to thank, we choose every year a member from our board of directors that has gone above and beyond, and there are many that do. But this year we chose 3 board members who have shown outstanding dedication to the chamber. They are Sarah Gilligan from Celebration, Paula Pierce, Postal, Connecticut, and Rick Hadlin from GE. These 3 have stayed focused on what is in the best interest of the chamber. They met for more than 6 months, designing a new look and branding of the chamber to meet today's, the needs of today's members. They also find time to support chamber functions, and we are fortunate that they support the chamber and its mission with their talents and sharing their expertise. And they will also have a brick in the center of town with whatever you want on it. Oh, thank you. And now I'll turn the podium over to Ashley.
Every year, First Town Downtown chooses the First Town Downtown Eagle Award, which is given to a person who demonstrates an exceptional time commitment and passion to First Town Downtown and its mission. This year, the award goes to Gary Dogwitz. Gary has always gone above and beyond. Whenever we needed back in the day, he used to do the bus for Halloween. He'll do anything even if our lights don't work in the office. I mean, Gary does anything we need. So thank you, Gary.
2 days ago.
I'd like to ask Paul Vagnini to join me up here. He's going to be introducing the Student Entrepreneur Awards.
Good evening, everybody. I have the honor tonight to present the Student Entrepreneur Award. The criteria for this award is pretty extensive. We need someone who has outstanding achievement in business classes, creativity when approaching business projects, honesty and ethical standards in their work, a B average for all 4 quarters in their business class, a good business attitude and effort, performance on business plans, and obviously an entrepreneurial spirit. Young lady tonight is a student that has an impressive character and work ethic, with an infectious laughter, encouraging words for classmates, and her overall demeanor makes a lasting impression on her business teacher and FBLA advisor, Hyacinth Defoe. During her tenure as a student at Windsor High, she's taken entrepreneurship where she gained a clear understanding of abstract economic theories. No small feat, I'm sure. The level of confidence and understanding of abstract economic theories, her diligence that she exhibits is extraordinary. Her presentation in both classes, always well prepared and well-researched. Her meticulous manner and efficiencies in problem solving has been outstanding. She's a well-rounded young lady, not only excelling in her academic life, but also enjoying other activities, including cheerleading, working part-time on weekends, holidays. She's involved in so many things making me tired just talking to her. She has the ability to manage her time wisely, works cooperatively with her peers, but also independently. And she's remained focused on tasks until they're completed to her satisfaction, which is always the highest quality. While many peers are satisfied to just go through the motions to replicate whatever this project happens to be, she
young lady always approaches solutions with an innovative way and goes above and beyond what is expected of her. Truly an outstanding effort on her behalf. On that basis, we're very pleased to award this night to Sadie McLaughlin. Can you please join us here? Sadie?
Congratulations to Sadie. And now I'd like to ask Paula Pierce to join me, where she'll be presenting the businesses of the year.
Hello, everybody. I'm so used to doing that. Okay. Yes, businesses of the year. As you know, the Chamber is a membership organization, and our success as an organization really depends on the participation of our members. Businesses participate in events, sponsorships of things. I mean, there are so many different ways they can get involved. It could be through participation on the board, committees, programs, financial support, and support of the other businesses and the community itself. This year's recipients are Dayhill Dental and Union Street Tavern. Please come up. Whenever these two businesses are asked for anything, they are there to help us in all our programs, and we value them very much. Thank you. I'd like to call Bernardo up to the stage. Oh, there he is. We need a photo.
To raise that up. Congratulations to our Businesses of the Year award winners. And now I'd like to ask Frank Carmen to join me once again, as he will be presenting the Parker Beautification Award.
Parker Award each year is given to a chamber member who made a special effort to maintain a high standard of beautification of their property. This year's recipients are the Blue Dragonfly and the Windsor Historical Society. Blue Dragonfly is a wonderful new gift shop in the center of town, and they transformed the big space into a very cozy setting. The Blue Dragonfly features unique crafts and homemade items from local artists. They have the perfect gift for children, hostesses, holidays, friends, or just because. And as part of Family Partnerships of Connecticut, an agency dedicated to assisting individuals with special needs, their store provides individuals with job learning opportunities. The staff has incredible customer service, so stop by and check them out. The Windsor Historical Society is our second recipient, and in 1925, the Windsor Historical Society saved the 1758 Strong Howard House from being demolished to make way for a gasoline station. Since then, it has anchored Windsor's historic district and served as the foundation for the Society's many services for school children and adults. Today, after a successful $750,000 capital campaign, the home has been fully stabilized and reinterpreted, furnished with reproduction artifacts instead of antiques, and the home replicates the life of the Howard family in the year 1810. We invite you into this historic home, which has garnered local, state, and national awards. Christine, why don't you come forward? There's some proclamations we'll have read by Mayor Donald Trinks.
We have a proclamation honoring the Windsor Chamber of Commerce 2016 Frank D. Parker Memorial Beautification Award to the Blue Dragonfly. Whereas in 1981, the Windsor Chamber of Commerce began a program to recognize those Windsor businesses that put forth a special effort to maintain a high standard of beautification of their property. And whereas in 1991, the Chamber renamed this award to honor Frank Parker, longtime partner of Parker Ellingwood Insurance Agency. Frank was a longtime champion of Windsor businesses and the Windsor Chamber of Commerce. This award signifies Mr. Parker's dedication to the community he lived in throughout his business life. And whereas the Blue Dragonfly is a wonderful new gift shop in the center of town that transformed a big space into a cozy setting. The Blue Dragonfly features unique gifts and handmade items from local artists. They have the perfect gift for children, hostesses, holidays, friends, or just because. As part of Family Partnerships of Connecticut, an agency dedicated to assisting individuals with special needs, the Blue Dragonfly provides individuals with jobs and learning opportunities. Whereas this year we salute the Blue Dragonfly located in Windsor Center for making Windsor a more beautiful place in which to live and work. Therefore, be it proclaimed by the Mayor of Windsor that the Blue Dragonfly is honored as the 2016 Windsor Chamber of Commerce Frank D. Parker Memorial Beautification Award recipient. Thank you. Oh, okay. Do I get to make any editorial statement about the legislature? No. Okay. We do have a citation from the General Assembly of the State of Connecticut, introduced by Peggy Sayers, Brandon McGee, Senator Eric Coleman, David Barham, Tammy Zawistowski, and Senator John Kissel. Be it hereby known to all, the Connecticut General Assembly hereby offers its sincerest congratulations to the Blue Dragonfly in recognition of receiving the Frank Parker Beautification Awards from the Windsor Chamber of Commerce at their annual business meeting. Your hard work has helped make Windsor a more beautiful place to live, and we truly appreciate all of your efforts. We congratulate you on this milestone achievement. And signed by the Speaker of the House.
We could have Ruth Farbach come up as well.
We also have a proclamation honoring the Windsor Chamber of Commerce 2016 Frank D. Parker Memorial Beautification Award to the Windsor Historical Society. Whereas in 1981, the Windsor Chamber of Commerce began a program to recognize those Windsor businesses that put forth a special effort to maintain a high standard of beautification of their property. Whereas in 1991, the Chamber renamed this award to honor Frank Parker, founding partner of Parker Ellingwood Insurance Agency. Frank was a longtime champion of Windsor businesses and the Windsor Chamber of Commerce. This award signifies Mr. Parker's dedication to the community he lived in throughout his business life. Whereas in 1925, the Windsor Historical Society saved the 1758 Strong Howard House from becoming a hot dog stand. Oh no, that was mine. Sorry, we had nothing to do with that. From make way for a gasoline station. Since then, it has anchored Windsor's historic district and served as the foundation for the Society's many services for school children and adults. Today, after a successful $750,000 capital campaign, the home has become fully stabilized and reinterpreted. Furnished with reproduction artifacts instead of antiques, the home replicates the life of the Howard family in the year 1810. All are invited to visit this historic home, which has garnered local, state, and national awards. Whereas this year we salute the Windsor Historical Society, located at 96 Palisado Avenue in Windsor, for making Windsor a more beautiful place in which to live and work. Therefore, be it proclaimed by the Mayor of Windsor that the Windsor Historical Society is honored as the 2016 Windsor Chamber of Commerce Frank D. Parker Memorial Beautification Award recipient. one elected official we have up here. From the state of Connecticut General Assembly, we have an official citation, again introduced by Peggy Sayers, Brandon McGee, Eric Coleman, David Barron, Tammy Zawistowski, and Senator John Kissel. Be it therefore hereby known to all that the Connecticut General Assembly hereby offers its sincerest congratulations to the Windsor Historical Society in recognition of receiving the Frank Parker Beautification Award from the Windsor Chamber of Commerce at their annual business meeting. Your hard work has helped make Windsor a more beautiful place to live, and we truly appreciate all of your efforts. We congratulate you on this milestone achievement. Again, signed by the speaker.
Congratulations to the Blue Dragonfly and the Windsor Historical Society. And now I'd like to ask Bill Gombert, our past auction chair, to join me, where he'll be presenting the checks from this year's auction.
I wonder if we could have the three winners tonight, the three organizations come forward. It's not a surprise. Thank you, Bernie. Windsor Education, Windsor Fuel Bank, and the police. Just a quick comment, if I may, as was indicated, the auction is now 32 years old. We're working on number 33. If you have pen and pencil with you or paper, please mark down 4716. That's not what's going to win the lottery, but that will let you come to the next auction. 41716. 4717. Judas Priest, I'm going to have you all, my ladies, of the wrong date. Well, it made a little conversation out of it anyway. About 20 years ago, the Chamber had good success with this auction, and we decided that maybe it was time to share some of the success with other 501c3s in the town. So the idea came forward that maybe we would invite one or two. It started out just being one organization to come in. They would solicit their board of directors, their friends, not supposed to be going to the ones that the Chamber goes to because it's still our auction, but they would solicit these people for donations, and they would receive 100% of that donation. And this has lived to the present time. So these three organizations did a great job again this year. We have a check here for the Windsor Education Foundation, $2,370 for their the Windsor Fuel Bank, $2,086. Then the Windsor Police Cadets, $3,860. Thank you all very much, and please come to the auction on 4717. Thank you.
I'd like to ask Mike Rabbit to join me to present the Citizen of the Year Award, and also Mayor Trinks would join us as well.
Good evening. For those people who know me, I'm in bed by now. But quite frankly, it's my honor tonight to be given the opportunity to present the Citizen of the Year Award. I've known this individual for over 40 years. He's been a client of mine and a really good friend. And I'm pleased to be able to do this. The Citizen of the Year Award was proposed a few years ago to honor people in town, who live in town, who did special things to make this town a better place to live and work. And this individual has done that. You can read all about his bio in the booklet. I'm not going to bore you doing that. However, I got a couple of tidbits that you might be interested in. No, nothing like that, no, really. Bill was born and raised in Union, New Jersey. Single fellow to his parents, Bill and Estelle. He attended Union High School, the same school that his dad graduated from, which is kind of interesting. He attended Lehigh University, got a BS, appropriately, in business. He joined the Army in 1962 and retired from there as a staff sergeant. One rank above me, by the way. He's been married for 52 years to the same woman. My condolences, Diane. He moved to Windsor in 1970. He's been involved with things like the Northwest Park, the Shad Derby, and Kiwanis. The thing that I found interesting about him that some of the younger people here may not know about, there's a place called Welch Park up in the northern part of Windsor, across the river. And that was developed by a bunch of dedicated people like him who gave their time and money to build the ball fields at Welch Park. Not one dime nor any help from the town of Windsor was done to build these fields. I would love to see that done again someday, but I doubt that it possibly could be. It is my honor to introduce you tonight the Citizen of the Year for the Windsor Chamber of Commerce for 2016, Bill Schiller.
Mike told me I only had a half hour to speak. It's interesting, I was out of Windsor for a while and moved back in about a year and a half ago, and as fate would have it, our home is at the very end of Niles Road, which was within the sights and sounds of the ball fields of Welch Park. And I went down there last fall, and again this spring, and it was interesting to see all the new improvements that have been done by current volunteers, new dugouts. I wouldn't even call it a refreshment stand, it's a food building. Of course, the coaches and managers, all the volunteers that are now there helping the kids play ball. I've been active with the Friends since the beginning, and the Friends in Northwest Park couldn't do what they do without the hundreds of volunteers that help us with things like clearing trails, the activities like the Windsor, like the pancake breakfast, maple sugaring, taking care of the animals, the educational programs. We still have active civic clubs like the Windsor Kiwanis who raise funds and help children in Windsor and put on activities like the Shad Derby. It's clear that volunteerism, at least in Windsor, isn't dead. And I keep hearing that from other people in other places in the country, that they don't have volunteers anymore. Well, we clearly do. And I hope the Chamber will continue to seek out and honor these people who contribute so much to this town's quality of life. Thank you very much.
Don't leave yet. I know Mike needs to get home and go to bed.
That's what he told me.
He's dozing off there anyway. Well, I am equally honored to give this proclamation honoring William Schoner as the Windsor Chamber of Commerce Citizen of the Year. And whereas the Windsor Chamber of Commerce is pleased to announce that the 2016 recipient of the Citizen of the Year Award is William Schoner. This award is presented on an annual basis to a citizen who has provided outstanding service to the Windsor community. Whereas Bill and his wife Diana moved to Windsor in 1970, Bill was transferred to Hartford by his employer, the accounting firm of Haskins and Sells. Their 3 sons, Paul, Craig, and Doug, all graduated from Windsor schools. With 3 sons, Bill almost immediately became involved in the Little League. He served as a player agent and board member for the Windsor International Little League from 1974 through 1984, and along with others from the Pequannock area, cleared land and built new ball fields at what is now Welch Park. Whereas Bill and Diana served as co-chairs of the 1977 Windsor Shad Derby and served for many years on the Shad Fest Bureau as president. He is a founding member of the Friends of Northwest Park and served on the board from 1981 to present. He was also a member of the Windsor Kiwanis and served as its president from 1987 to 89. Bill and Diana are active members of St. Joseph's Parish. Bill is also a member of the board of the Connecticut Society of CPAs from 1979 to 1982. And whereas Bill is a CPA and was a partner with Haskins and Sells, now Deloitte and Touche. He's also been a CFO for several large manufacturing firms, including CT Connecticut-based OF Mossberg and Sons, and more recently as EVP/CFO of a company in Houston. He's also spent many years as a consultant focusing on manufacturing systems, inventory control, strategy development, and process improvement. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed by the Mayor of Windsor that William Schoner is honored as the 2016 Windsor Chamber of Commerce Citizen of the Year for his contributions to the Windsor community and outstanding service to its citizens.
I think Don's going to lose his voice.
Yeah. Is Dennis here with the oxygen? We might need an addition on the house. We might listen to those things. We have as well honoring Mr. Schoner from the State of Connecticut General Assembly. A citation says, in brief, be it hereby known to all, the Connecticut General Assembly hereby offers its sincerest congratulations to William Schoner in recognition of being named Citizen of the Year by the Windsor Chamber of Commerce at their annual business meeting. Your hard work and service to the town has helped to make Windsor a better place. We're honored to congratulate you on this milestone achievement and wish you continued success. Again, signed by the Speaker of the House. Paparazzi's here. Oh my goodness.
And now I actually have the honor of presenting this year's Jerry Hallis Memorial Award. This year marks the 41st year that the Chamber has presented this award. The award is presented in honor of Mr. J. Jeremiah Hallis, one of a group of 40 Windsor business people who helped to revitalize the Chamber of Commerce in 1949. Mr. Hallis served as Chamber President from 1953 to 1954. The Hallis Award winner is somebody who is an active Chamber member who participates in Chamber activities either through board service, committee work, or volunteerism, and supports Chamber members, local businesses, and the local business community. I am honored to make the presentation to this year's recipient, Mr. James Nilsson. Jim Nilsson grew up in the family business. He is a third-generation grocery retailer who, along with his siblings, owns 7 IGA supermarkets that I shop at almost every day. The oldest of 4, Jim began his career at the age of 10 while working alongside his grandfather, Adolf Geisler. He attended East Windsor Public Schools before heading off to the New York Military Academy to complete his high school education. He then went on to graduate from Babson College and then returned to the family business in 1974, where he held various managerial positions. During that time, working alongside his father, who was also his mentor, he found time to get married to his wife, Joan, and to start a family, going on to have 2 daughters, Jennifer and Jacqueline. Jim took over leadership of the stores in 1995, and under that leadership, he helped to expand beyond the Granby, Windsor, East and South Windsor stores to Agawam, Massachusetts, Bloomfield, and Somers. He is extremely involved in every community where they have stores. And if you look in your program, and I encourage you all to take a few minutes to do so, there is an extensive list of volunteer positions and board positions and honors that he has received over his many years working with the family business. With respect to the Windsor community, some of you might not know this, but Jim donates 5% of any receipt over $35 to the Windsor Education Foundation. He supports the Windsor Food and Fuel Bank by allowing them once a week, or once a month, excuse me, to set up and solicit donations on Saturdays. And when there is a need, he gives the food bank food at cost. And this is just a few small examples of some of the things that he does to support this community. For Jim, the theory of success is simple. Apparently he will say, just stick with the basics and stay with selling groceries. Besides that, he has continued the legacy of his grandfather and his father, who taught him to, quote, buy the best you can and believe in butcher shops and meat cutting. I'd like you all to join me in congratulating this year's House Award winner, Jim Wilson.
Thank you very much, Kristen. Give a thank you to Jane and the Windsor Chamber of Commerce. Truly humbled to be given this award that memorials Jerry Hollis, a business person who helped to reestablish the chamber and was well respected within the Windsor community. I spent my entire career working at Geisler's, carrying on my grandfather's legacy. Success cannot be achieved alone. It takes a team. I've been fortunate enough to be surrounded by a strong team, and I want to thank those who have contributed to my success. Thank you to all of my employees. Geisler's would not be where we are today, nor would I without their dedication and commitment. And sincerely appreciate all that they do. Here with me tonight from the Windsor location are Margaret Barden, the store manager, and Roger Perno, the store director. Thank you both. Thank you to my family, my wife Joan, and my daughters Jennifer and Jacqueline. They have stood by me and supported me all these years. I'm proud to tell you that both Jennifer and Jacqueline are members of the 4th generation working in the main office. And last but certainly not least, thank you to my loyal customers in the town of Windsor. Geisler's continued success is dependent on the community in which it serves. Joan and I began our married life living and working in Windsor. While much has changed in 42 years, the strong sense of community and support within the town of Windsor is still the same today. The Chamber, First Downtown Town, and Geisler's share a common goal to grow the local economy and improve and promote the quality of life in Windsor. Through our continued efforts to work together, I look forward to reaching our goals in the future. My congratulations to those businesses and individuals who were recognized tonight for their community service, and thank you again for this prestigious award.
the way, Geisler's table, the Schoner table outclapped you when Dad got the award. So he's taking notes back here. So I have a proclamation honoring Jim for the 2016 House Award. Kristen went over a lot of what's in here, but for those of you that are too lazy to read his bio, I'm going to read it because Mike is just starting to nod off and I want to extend this a few more minutes. So we have a proclamation honoring the Windsor Chamber of Commerce 2016 House Award recipient James Nilsson Jr. And whereas, I'm going to start off after the early bio, whereas Jim took over the service in 1995 after the unexpected death of his father, under whose leadership expanded to where they are today, joining his Granby, Windsor East, and South Windsor, Connecticut supermarkets, where the new stores opened in Agawam. In 1996, Bloomfield, 2006, Summers, and 2006, Bloomfield, 2007, Summers. Mr. Nielsen is not a man of many words, but he is a man of many actions, both at Geisler's and the community. He's a member, a volunteer member for the Melrose 4-H Band, Broadbrook Volunteer Firefighter, Broadbrook Fife and Drum Band, Windsor Rotary Club, Windsor Chamber of Commerce, Sons of the American Legion Post 40. He's also served as chairperson for the Town of East Windsor Board of Finance and as advisor for New England Bank and Trust, Windsor Lock Savings and Loan, Enfield Savings and Loan. He's a past president of the Ellington Ridge Country Club. He's a current officer and past chairman for the Connecticut Food Association and is on the executive committee for NGA. He's been honored by the Connecticut Food Association as Person of the Year and Hall of Fame inductee, as well as the IGA International Retailer of the Year. Most recently, he received the Town of Windsor's Humanitarian Award, East Windsor Chamber of Commerce Business Person of the Year Award, Granby Chamber of Commerce Business Person of the Award, Rotary's Paul Hallis Award, and the U.S. Small Business Administration Family-Owned Business of the Year, and Bizzuto Retailer of the Year. That was the last 6 months. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed by the Mayor of Windsor that James Nilsson Jr. is honored as the 2016 Windsor Chamber of Commerce Hallis Award recipient in appreciation of his dedication and service to the Windsor community. You are really special because of the budget cuts, next year's these are going to be 8 by 11. We have a proclamation from the State of Connecticut General Assembly, an official citation. It's a be it hereby known to all that the Connecticut General Assembly hereby offers its sincerest congratulations to Jim Nilsson in recognition of receiving the Jerry Hallis Memorial Award from the Windsor Chamber of Commerce at their annual business meeting. Geisler Supermarket is a community staple, and your contributions and service has helped to make Windsor a better place. We're proud to honor you in your hard work and congratulate you on this milestone achievement. Signed by the Second Speaker of the House.
Before it goes back to Kristen, I was very remiss in not recognizing someone else that has helped tremendously, whether it's the annual dinner, concerts on the green, Windsor Feud. Bill Carlin, you'll also get a brick on the first downtown. Would you just stand up and get Bill up? And those of you that received a brick this evening, just we'll send you a form in the mail that you can fill out so that you can have on your brick what you would like. And if you've been watching the beautiful photos, you can go onto the Chamber website next week and you'll see all the ones from this evening also. So you always have to be careful with the paparazzi. Kristen.
Thank you. Before I ask our new Vice President to join me to make some closing remarks, I'd just like to take a moment and recognize some of our sponsors this evening. A very special thank you to Windsor Federal Savings, of course, for being our reception sponsor. Thank you. Also our gold sponsors, Johnson, Mill, Brown, and Barbarata, Day Hill Dental, Loomis, and the Loomis Chafee School. Our silver sponsor, Conica Minolta, and our table sponsors, Cerebration, Edward Jones, Hosting Connecticut, and Rabbit Insurance Agency. So a round of applause for all of our sponsors. And now Vice President Gray would be so kind as to join me.
Well, I've been asked to give a few closing remarks, but everything that went on tonight is very hard to follow. But starting off, I would like to have everybody give one more round of applause for everybody that was involved in developing this evening. It takes a lot of time and effort on many people's part. So if you go, once again, I'd like to start my remarks this evening by giving a short summary of what's been accomplished this year by the Chamber in First Town. I'd like to highlight an area that I feel is one of the most important functions of the Chamber in First Town. And I know it's an area that keeps them very busy this past year and supporting their members' needs, whether it was just to answer a question or to provide some other assistance needed at a time. And without a doubt, I am sure they were there to assist you. In between helping our members directly, they're always busy planning the next upcoming event or discussing how they can provide more assistance to our members. Should time allow, they might even get a chance to sneak and have a cup of tea. Doesn't happen very often. I can tell you from my visits to the Chamber, there's very little idle time in that building. And speaking of events, I'd just like to mention some of the very successful events that they hosted this year. And I am sure you will remember these. The Windsor Feud, the Chili Challenge, the Windsor Chamber Annual Banquet Benefit Auction, and one of my favorites, the Taste of Windsor. Each of these events went off like precision clockwork and were very successful in their own right, but when you put them together, they all benefit the programs and services used to support all our members. They continue to promote members' businesses through varied sponsorships, including concerts on the green and the farmers market, which offers people healthy food and fun and entertainment during the summer. Both the Chamber and First Town continue to foster business development with business referrals, networking events, promotional opportunities, and our partnership with SCORE, the Small Business Association, and the Town of Windsor. So why do companies and organizations join the Chamber of Commerce? First Downtown. Two main reasons: to develop the business contacts, to demonstrate a commitment to the local economy. And one of the goals is to spread the idea of local economic commitment to the greater community. Most of us in this room are mindful about keeping our money in town. We frequent the local shops, restaurants, and other businesses. If every one of us reminds one other person outside of this room to consciously choose to go to a Windsor business first, imagine how much more income will stay in our own community. About every dollar you spend at a local-owned Windsor store or business, about 60 cents of it revolves within the Windsor economy versus 6 cents if you shop at a large chain store. As I close this evening, I would like to ask you as members, pass along to your neighboring businesses about the opportunities to belong to such great organizations such as Chamber and First Town Downtown. From the Chamber and First Town Downtown, we hope you had an enjoyable evening and we wish you all continued success over the coming year. Drive safe, take care, and we'll see you next year. Thank you.
Okay, last but not least, the roses on the table, those gorgeous tie-dye roses. At your table, the person that gets closest, so I want you to talk just for a minute to what a gallon of gas cost in 1962. So talk about, and then I'm going to tell you what that price is, and the person closest will win the rose. 1962, how much was a gallon of gas?
12 cents. You're kidding.
To give you an idea, a new house was only $15,000.
What year? 1962.
51 cents.
I'm going to say
51 cents.
It was only $5 to go to the doctor for a regular office visit.
Who said 31 cents?
A dozen eggs was 30 cents. Fast food hamburger was 20 cents. Okay, are you ready? Put out your last. So a gallon of gas in 1962 cost 25 cents.
I just want to say one more quick thank you guys for everything tonight, for all paying your attention and paying respect to all of our honorees. Thank you so much for coming, and have a good night and a great summer.